Today marks the start of Black History Month.
And all month long, we will celebrate the unique people making a difference in the Bay Area's Black community.
Now let's head over to Vern Glenn, who sat down with a Bay Area attorney who's been at the forefront of some of the nation's biggest civil rights cases over the last half century. Vern?
Once a year, I get to step out of sports, and this is a really, really good one. All right, so who got civil rights for Rodney King? Who represented Oscar Grant's family after he was killed at the Fruitvale BART station? Who has come up with 8-figure settlements as a result of police misconduct and brutality? He's the author of this book, Blue versus Black, John Burris. The blue? Those in law enforcement who have stepped way over the line. Burris, on the Mount Rushmore of civil rights attorneys, is the defender of the black, victims of color who can't help themselves. So who is this son of the Bay Area? Let's take you to Oakland. Step inside John Burris's Oakland office, and displayed are a museum of cases all over his walls. Burris has thousands of cases and a resume of over 40 years. And when each one is done, no pat on the back, no breaks. It is always on to the next case.
I did not want a job. I didn't want anybody telling me what to do.
Right.
I didn't want anybody handling me.
You wanted to be the boss.
I wanted to be the boss.
Right.
Or as they said in some circles, the man.
How did he get to be the man? It started here in Vallejo, his hometown, through his old neighborhood, 1256 Louisiana Street.
6 kids lived in that house.
6 kids in that house?
That house.
1626 Ohio Street, a neighborhood shaken by the news of the 1955 lynching of 14-year-old Emmett Till in Mississippi.
That was an eye-opener to me. A scary moment, of course, thinking that something like that could happen to me.
Another reason he someday wanted to be the boss: labor in the hot sun in nearby Fairfield. You wouldn't know it because it's off-season, but at harvest time, in June, July, and August, for over a decade, starting at age 6, this is where you found John Burris, picking walnuts, picking fruit.
You take a row, and you go all down that row. Then you have to stack your boxes along the way, and you have to mark your boxes. So I did that for a while. I stopped working in the fields when I got old enough to say I'm not going.
Vallejo High School, class of 1963. Goodbye, Vallejo. Hello, civil unrest of the 1960s and 70s at Cal.
Every day there were protests of some kind, marches. When I first got here, the National Guard was up there, parked on the street right off of Telegraph. I have one vivid memory of running through this way from the tear gas that was pursuing us.
He went to Berkeley Business School to become an accountant, but the heavy influence of then law professors, soon to be mentors, Henry Ramsey and Clinton White, compelled him to come to Berkeley Law School to succeed and lead.
I looked up to these guys and I saw what they had done, and I wanted to do more. And so I really thought that I had an opportunity to move the social agenda, to instill in the other students that were there what our responsibilities were to the future students. This is a room where we used to have our meetings, calling on people who would be sitting, there'd be couches and chairs around here. And, we would have spirited discussions here.
That was the foundation of the John Burris we know today. Just what Henry Ramsey and Clinton White vision. His wife, Cheryl, has been a great teammate.
I always attended his trial, watched the juries, watched the other attorneys, watched the judge, and just kept a look at the framework of what's going on and gave him feedback at the end of each day. And we would talk about it.
Good morning, everyone.
Burris continues to fight the good fight, mentoring lawyers along the way. Adante Pointer was with him for 15 years. Ben Nissenbaum, right next door, since 2001.
You have to have dogged determinism, which is who he is, and that's what he embodies in terms of just being committed to getting the results despite the odds.
The poor get beaten down in our country. They get tread upon, and that includes by police. And John has always stood up for people where that's happened.
No secret, part of my issue is I'm representing people against the establishment, if you will, namely corporations and or the police. And so these people are all at a disadvantage, and I'm sort of their champion.
Impossible to tell the story of John Burris in just a few minutes. I shot so much content, could have been an hour. Now, his drive to be these people's champion continues. Burris is responsible for over 100 reforms in the Oakland Police Department alone. And that includes the Oakland writers case. That's the lawsuit brought on by victims of a group of Oakland police officers accused of beating and framing people in front of a rookie cop who blew the whistle. The city settled for a record $10.5 million for Burris's 119 plaintiffs.